So what I'd like to do today is to show you how to make a tuna salad. I actually like eggs in my tuna salad, so the first thing you're going to want to do is boil a couple of eggs. Again, you're going to want to take 10 minutes to boil a hard-boiled egg. Anything less than that, you're going to run the risk of having a soft-boiled egg. Once you've boiled the egg, it's a good idea to take it out, and I always like to wrap it up in a paper towel to crack the shell. That way you don't have little bits of shell going everywhere, and it's a little easier to clean up afterward. Once you have the shell off, you need to chop the eggs. Very easy process. I actually use a fork and basically chop the eggs sort of by mashing the fork through, and the egg pieces just kind of chop themselves. Makes it a lot easier than having to get out a knife and do it yourself. Okay, so what we're going to be working with here is dill relish. I would say about a teaspoon of dill relish is good, maybe a little bit more. For the mayonnaise, we're looking at about 2 tablespoons. It can be rounded tablespoons, or you can actually get out and measure it. But 2 tablespoons will be probably all right. And then again, for the mustard, you may want to do about, let's say, roughly about a teaspoon of mustard to this. What you don't want to do is overpower it with mustard. You can do a lot more with the mayonnaise. You can do a lot more with the dill relish, but you want to really go easy when it comes to the mustard itself. And then just mix this together. You may find that if you've added too much mayonnaise, you will get a very soupy kind of salad, and that's something you want to avoid. And if you've got more of a dry salad, you may want to add a little bit more mayonnaise. The next thing we're going to add is our chopped eggs. So just pick up the plate and scrape them into the bowl along with the tuna salad mixture that we've got going here. And once you have that in there, chances are you're probably going to want to add just a little bit more mayonnaise to this mix. So another tablespoon of mayonnaise will probably help the consistency here. And again, give that a good mix, give it a good stir. Okay, so what I've done is added a little salt and pepper to the mix. I'm just going to give that a good stir. Salt and pepper just for a little taste. And now you're ready to use your mix however you want. You can use it in a salad, you can use it in a melt. I'm going to actually use it in a regular sandwich on wheat bread. I've got some tomatoes, I've got some spinach, which I prefer more than lettuce, and then I've got a yellow blue cheese called a Shropshire cheese that I'm going to use. For me, you can't really get too strong of a cheese. I think cheese, a nice strong cheese, goes well with this. But adding something like onion may actually overpower the mix. So that's why I don't use fresh onion in the mix. It's also why I don't use fresh onion on the sandwich. However, if you are looking for that bite or that crunch, you could add a few ingredients. One thing that you could add are something like these pecans. You know, chopped pecans in a mix like this will do wonders for it. You could also do things like water chestnuts, walnuts. If you're making more of a sweet salad, you could go the opposite route and go with fruit. You could leave out the mustard and leave out the dill relish and go with something like apples, grapes, walnuts, and pecans. It's really up to you. You know, you've got this base. You can use it for however you want and play around with the recipe however you feel like using it. And with that, I'm going to make my sandwich and eat my lunch. Thank you very much for watching.